What is up, guys and girls? Hurricane Liz here, back for a special Sunday edition. This is an update to my progress so far in the 30-day challenge. Now, for those of you that are brand new and don't know what the hell I'm talking about, well, recently I had a horrific and disastrous thing happen to most of my businesses, and I'm basically having to start all over from scratch with just 5 or 4 different business models. So in today's video, I'm going to update you on my progress, tell you about what I've done so far, what I haven't done, so you get to find out the big question, which is, have I been a big lazy sack of potatoes? I'm pretty sure I caught a bunch of you guys off guard. You would have never imagined I said potatoes. You were looking for the other word, and that's why I love you, dirty bastards. So without further ado, let's jump into this video because I'm excited to show you what I've done or have not done so far. So let's do this. All right, guys and girls, here I am. And for this thing, I'm going to share my screen because I got a lot to actually show you that I've actually been working on. And you might not be surprised, but none of it really resulted to that much in sales. But I will still show you the stuff that I did sell, as long as give you a couple of updates. So first things first, I've gotten a lot of actual requests for a couple things. The first one is to do an update to the $100 a day merch selling t-shirts on Amazon video. So I've just done that, and it's pretty much a basic thing. So for those of you that know merch already, you probably don't need to look at it. The only good stuff that we get into at the end is a couple new sites that I've shown people to actually search for ideas. And in the second part of this video, which I did manage to do, it's going to go deep into something called Amazon advertising, formerly known as AMS. So I will be showing a couple of the key campaigns that I did set up on some of my t-shirts that actually went viral. So I'll show you how I actually started those up with very little money, and it resulted in a ton of organic sales, including the turkey face shirt, which I am running this year and running all sorts of tests so you guys can see just how that works. Now, let's talk about the good stuff. Let's talk about what I've done thus far. Well, you should have noticed that on YouTube, I've been uploading quite a bit since the 30-day challenge. So I have stuck to my 1 video per day. So I think we will see myself get back to my former previous results that I had before, which was upwards over of $1,000 per month, which is really not a lot in YouTube. But the reality is I really don't do too much. I just film these videos, and I do sometimes personally edit them. And a lot of people have pointed out, your editing sucks, Liz. And I know that. I'm glad that I don't have to worry about how much money I make moonlighting. So I don't really give two shits about that. And I'm sorry if you guys don't like the quality, but what can I tell you? I'm just not an editor. However, I do have a part-time editor doing things sometimes. And the reality is that a lot of the information that I bring to you is so fresh that I really have to get it to you right away, or else it could be, next thing you know, out of style. So I really have to edit it myself because, as I said before, I'm coming up with things on a day-to-day basis. I'm having phone calls with other people that are giving me tips and tricks, and then I'm passing one to you guys. So I apologize for that. Now let's get on to the more meaty stuff. The number 2 thing that I was working on is my Amazon mastermind. And as you guys have already seen, I did put a video out about the actual mastermind. It is this video that is called Mastermind Update. And what you'll see is in this video is you'll get to see what we actually do behind closed doors, as well as a couple people's review on what that actual mastermind entails. So I do encourage you to see that if you're interested in higher level Amazon education. Now, enough about that because I'm not going to talk too much about that. However, there is going to be a webinar for this actual event on this Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And the fantastic thing about this actual webinar is we're going to reveal the 5 awesome things that I learned from interviewing 26 of Amazon's most highly influential underground sellers. So you guys do not want to miss that, as I guarantee you will get some tips and tricks, especially if you are in KDP. So put that on your calendars. I will put a link below in the description so you can actually find that webinar, but it's going to be pretty terrific. And I will also post a replay of it in case you can't make it. Now, let's get on to the second thing that I'm doing to actually make money. And you'll just recently see here a pop-up for my Discord group that, again, I'm going to invite you guys to get into this group as a beta for free. So you'll be able to get in there for a couple weeks for free until we go live. And you'll see that there's all these sorts of actual deals that you can get, like currently available in that one. Let's take a look and see if we can get the other one. But these are deals that are popping up every minute and every second on Amazon that you can resell for a profit. So this one, it looks like it's in stock on October 24th. I don't like the fact that I have to sort of wait for that, so I'm not going to grab it. but you will notice that something is going to be popping up on my upper right hand corner every now and then that alerts me that these deals are available. Now, if you didn't already see my Funko video on how I bought and sold those Funko Pops, I'll talk about that a little bit more here in a minute, but I'm probably going to remove this Switch because right now the Nintendo Switches are not making too much, but there is a version of the Nintendo Switch that I have been picking up, which I'll talk about here in a second. But you'll notice I've been picking up a lot of dumbbell things as well as a lot of these lamps to resell. So we've got a couple different sites on here. We've got a bunch of them that are coming. There's a Logitech webcam if I'm actually interested in that, but I think I have enough webcams. We've got these Pokemon cards that are listed in there, and these things have been popping up periodically throughout the actual day on Target. And so a lot of these actual alerts will help you make some money. Now, I do say this much. Once we open the gates and allow people to come in, I don't want you to just mindlessly go in there and start buying things. Do your research. So what I would do in that instance is I was take a look at this thing, and I know right now it's $149. I can get it. I can add it to cart. However, I will say this much. I'm in Miami, so I'm not going to get it for that reason because these will sell a lot better locally. So right now I could pick this up for $149, and what I can do quickly here is go over to eBay and see how much is this thing selling on eBay for, and can I sell it? So here it is, $149. If I look at sold listings over here, here's another product right here and another product. If I go down here and I click off sold listings, I can see right here that they are selling. I'll hit Control F and try trending. I'll see that they're selling for $299, especially this blue one. So right now the one that I have is, let's see what color it was. It is slate gray. So I don't see any slate grays, but they're selling for about $300, which means I could pick it up right now and probably make a quick 50 or 60 bucks. But again, I like to have that nice, safe feeling knowing that I can sell it locally in case it doesn't sell on eBay. And the reality is in Miami, I can't because it's hot as fuck right now. It's hot as hell. It feels like hell out there. I have a pretty high chance of meeting Lucifer himself out there. As a result, I'm going to pass on that. But I will say this much. If you're somewhere like Kevin has been selling these pretty often. So he just picked one up. It was a different brand. He picked it up for $200 and he got an offer this morning for $350. So that's $150 in profit, cold hard cash. And that's just how it is with these actual outdoor patio heaters right now. So they are popping up here on Discord. So my Discord group is coming along. I made a ton of progress and we're going to open the floodgates more than likely on Tuesday. So you can see how fired up I am about this. I'm about as happy as a kid on Christmas morning to see this roll out and see all the people that are going to actually be making money, especially when we got Christmas around the corner. So it's going to be insane come Christmas. So again, you're going to be invited for free for a couple weeks to jump in here and start making some money and get a leg up on everybody else. So I'll let you guys know when that open up. And I got my handy dandy notebook again. Remember when I used to write everything down? I still do. So, all right. The next thing that we've got that I've been working on is actually my reselling sales. And they have not been going too well, primarily because of the fact that, well, hey, I'm actually working on all the other things, but I will say this much. I did list a couple pairs of shoes. So the first site I listed on was StockX. Here's StockX, and the ones that I sold on StockX was pretty much, I believe it was 2 pairs. So I'm only seeing one right now that I sold. Oh, pending. Here they are, 2 pairs. But here's the history of what I've sold on StockX. So you can see if I actually did this full time, this was like part time. Part time, it made quite a decent amount of money. Like these I picked up for 20 bucks. They sold for 90. Then I picked up some of these. These are the only ones that I lost a little bit of money on. And primarily that's because I was testing to make sure I got the handle of working a sneaker bot. And secondly, the box was damaged. So no, these were not the damaged box. These were just from the test. And so I needed to test and see if I got the handle of a sneaker bot and if I could actually cop multiple pairs, and by multiple I mean dozens. So I ended up with a dozen hairs. I wasn't too happy that I did cop them, but I was pretty darn happy that I got the handle of that sneaker bot. So I felt like that was a big dub there. Big dub means W. It's a win. And so in other words, like these lost a little bit of money, but I was fine with that. And I keep clicking that and I don't mean to, but you'll see that I made some money on these tie-dyes. I made some money on the pure platinum, and I copped a bunch of flints. And so I made a pretty decent amount of money in there. Not only did I sell there, I also sold on GOAT. So I did sell a couple pairs on GOAT, and I did sell a few on eBay this past week. So one was this pair that I picked up for $24. I sold for $99. These sold a couple weeks back. I picked these up for $40 and I sold them for $2.99. And these I picked up for $3 whole and I sold them for $89.99. So definitely some money in shoes if you take it seriously and you take it full time. Other than that, the only other thing I did sell is a pair of dumbbells on the streets, and those picked up about $150 worth of profit, but not a lot of sales there. I haven't really put a bunch of eBay listings. I've got about 100 plus to put up, so I will be working on those hopefully at the end of this week if I don't have too much to do with this actual group, which is right now my priority to get you guys in there. There's a lot of channels that I need to fix and a lot of channels that we need to kind of get going, but that's why we're letting a bunch of people go in there as a beta. And we also have in here is brick seek items, which is basically none other than items that are available in store that you could pick up at Walmart and you could resell on eBay. And these just give you like notifications, and there's a way to actually check to see if they're available at your local Walmart, which we'll be showing all that in the bot and a heck of a lot more. So if you want to get into the actual group, I will have a link as soon as it's up in the next couple days. You guys will get access to that, and it's going to be fire. What else can I say? You guys see it here yourself, and you see how these awesome notifications just pop up. They also work on your phone, which is amazing. So again, I'm pumped about that. You saw my resale sales. There's a reason that they're so low, but hey, they'll pick up as this challenge goes along. And really, ultimately, I've had to cut down on the amount of things that I was going to do. I was also going to do the Walmart dropshipping store, but I'm still not certain just because I've been doing all this other crap and I got a lot on my plate. So I might pass on that, and I've still been doing trading on the side. I got a couple big trades in the works that are actually really profitable right now. So I might have to just cut the cord just because of the fact that I am winning. And other than that, I am still continuing to do a lot of merch and a lot of KDP tests on old books and t-shirt designs that I have, but you guys will have known from seeing the last one that I've still not yet to put the big hunt out on my graphic artist. It's going to be just an absolute rock star. So I'm still having trouble with that, and I still haven't had enough time, but I'm pushing that aside in order to get this out to you guys. So again, that's a quick update on where I'm at. Nothing more than maybe about 7, 8 different pairs of shoes that I sold. I did want to show you guys the actual one that I sold on GOAT. It was an actual pair of shoes that I sold on GOAT that I picked up at Marshall's for $37.99. I did sell it for $120, but I don't think GOAT lets me log in and show you guys on here. I would have to show it on my phone, but I don't have it connected. However, that just goes to show you, if you're ever in Marshall's and or Ross, don't be shy. Get out that phone and scan some shit and see what you can find to resell, because you never know what'll pop up that you can resell. So other than that, that's a quick wrap on what I've been up to. Let me know what you've been up to down below in the comments, and let me know how fired up you are to be in this group. If you're in, tell me you're in below. Other than that, I'll see you guys and girls on Monday with the next video.